Hello and welcome to this 20-minute yoga flow for the hips and the hamstrings. When you're ready, I'll meet you on the mat. Let's begin standing at the top of the mat. Set your feet hips width apart. Then interlace the fingers behind the back. Draw the hands down past your low back. And start to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Puff out your chest for a deep breath in. And as you exhale, slightly bend the knees, fold forwards, hinging from the hips. You can keep the hands close to the low back or let the hands lift up to the ceiling. Let your chin draw to your chest, relax the back of the neck. And hold it here. Start to steady your breath. Nice even inhales and exhales. With each exhale, you might find the shoulders start to respond. The hands can lift a little higher. If the hamstrings are feeling ready, you could start to straighten out the legs a little more. And then continuing to let your head and neck hang heavy. Good. Bend the knees, press through your feet. Lift yourself all the way up. And release the hands. Bring the hands to your hip creases. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, fold it forwards. You can bend the knees if you like. Bring the fingertips to the mat. Then letting your chest stay nice and open here. Lift the head, lift the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Inhale, open the chest, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. One more inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Start to pedal out your legs here. Shift your weight from side to side. Pressing down through all four corners of your feet to create stability. Good, and then keep a bend in your left knee, straighten your right leg. Left fingertips stay on the mat, reach your right arm up, twist to the right. You can gaze up here, or if your head and neck would prefer, you can gaze down. If you'd like to go further, wrap your right arm around the back, reach for your left hip crease. Deep breaths here. Good. Release your right fingertips down to the mat. Bend your right knee, straighten your left. Reach left arm up. Inhale as you twist open. And find a comfortable place to focus your gaze. And if you'd like to go further, wrap the left arm around the back. Find your right side hip crease. Or maybe you just reach for your waistband to your t-shirt. Even inhales and exhales here. Not forcing anything, just giving yourself time to warm up. Release your left hand back down. Find your forward fold. Let's let your torso and head hang heavy. Then step your left foot back, lower the knee. To begin, keep the front knee on top of the ankle, back knee under your hips, and then reach the arms up. Inhale here, reaching nice and tall. As you exhale, cactus your arms and then let your front knee track forward so the hips start to sink down. You don't have to go really far straight away. Give yourself space to move into. Then inhale, arms go up, hips come back in line with your back knee. Exhale, send the front knee forwards, hips sink down, arms open out. Keep it going. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sink down. Maybe each time you go a little deeper. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sink down. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, go your deepest this time. Roll your shoulders back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Nice. Steady the breath. Then lower your fingertips to the mat, straighten your front leg, flex the foot. If you've got really long legs, you might need to edge that front foot further forwards whilst you straighten. And you can keep the chest lifted like so, or you could fold forwards over the front leg. And if this is really intense for you, then find a slight bend in the front knee to make it more accessible. And then just steady breaths. The steadier your breath, the more you signal to your body that it's okay, that it's time to relax, and your body will respond to the stretching. Good. Lift your chest, rebend your front knee, and then bring your right hand to the inside of the right foot. Edge your right foot to the side of the mat, so you create lots of space here. Tuck your back toes, lift the knee, and then start to rock forwards and backwards. Getting some gentle movement in before we settle into stillness. You could also rock diagonally side to side. And then moving full circle. A couple times clockwise and anti-clockwise. And lower that back knee down, settle into your lizard lunge here. You could stay up on the fingertips or down on your palms. If you'd like to go further, you could start to walk the hands forwards, maybe bend your elbows, lower the forearms. Steady the breath here. Resist the edge to fidget. I know it's challenging. Give yourself a few breaths to settle in. Soften into the pose. And come back up onto your fingertips. Keep your front foot flexed. And then let the knee fall out to the right side. So you're just balancing on the outer edge of your front foot. And letting your hips sink down. Keep your left hand on the mat. Reach your right arm behind you, twisting open. As you do so, start to sink the left side hip down. If you'd like to go further here, you could bend your back leg. Reach to take a hold of the outside of the foot. Good. Slowly release that back foot down. Turn to face forwards. Then edge your right foot to the left side. You might need to edge the foot in closer so you have more of a bend in your knee. Sink the hips down and edge that back leg down the mat to come into pigeon pose. Keep your hips facing forwards and then fold forwards. Relax into the pose. Steady the breath. Again, just let yourself be in the pose. There's no need to force anything or change anything. Good. And use your hands to lift yourself up. And we'll step back into downward facing dog. One side is probably feeling very strange now, so pedal out the legs. Take a few breaths here to reset. And we'll come into the second side. So stepping the left foot forwards, lower your back knee down. Start with the front knee over the ankle, back knee under the hip. Then reach your arms up. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, cactus the arms, let the hips sink down and forwards. Again, you don't have to go super deep to begin. Inhale, reach up, come back. Exhale, arms wide, sink forwards. A couple more. Inhale, up. Exhale, shift forwards. 2 more, inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. Last one, inhale, lift. Exhale, sink your furthest forwards. Let your chest open, shoulders squeeze. Shoulder blades, squeeze towards one another. Good, then lower your fingertips, straighten the front leg, so you may need to edge it forwards if you have very long legs. Then flexing the foot, you can stay here, chest up, or you could fold. Let your head and neck relax. And again, if this is really intense with the hamstrings, then bend your front knee just a little bit. Wonderful. Then rebend that front knee. Bring the hands to the inside of the foot and edge the foot to the left side. And staying up on your fingertips, tuck the back toe, lift the knee. Start to rock forwards and backwards in your lizard. Then you can start to move diagonally to either corner of the mat. And then full circle, clockwise and anti-clockwise a couple times. Then lower the back knee, settle in. You can stay up on the fingertips, come down to your hands, or maybe even the forearms, whichever feels most accessible. Again, no need to force anything or go 110%. Sometimes it's good just to dial it down. Good, then coming back up onto your hands. Keep the front foot flexed, let the knee fall out to the side. Then reaching your left arm back behind you, twist to the left. Start to sink the right side hip down to the mat. Steady your breath here. Good, then untwist. Edge your left foot to the right side, and you may need to bring the foot in a little closer. Edge the back leg down the mat to drop the hips, and then folding forwards in your pigeon pose. Start to slow down your breath. Give yourself a few exhales to begin easing into the pose. Okay, use your hands to lift yourself back up. Step back into downward dog and pedal out the legs here. Then settle in to find stillness. Look forwards and step your right foot forwards. Then straighten the right leg and flex the foot. The back heel can stay lifted here. And fold over the front leg. See if you can bring your belly towards your thigh. Few steady breaths. Keep the foot flexed. You'll notice if you're really flexing your foot, you'll feel so much more activation down the whole back chain of the leg. Good. Then lower the front foot, rebend the knee. Bring your right arm around the back of the leg. Start to shift your weight into your front foot and lift the back leg all the way up into standing splits. Use your left fingertips for stability. Use the strength in the left leg to lift up. Slowly lower the back foot down. Step it back into downward dog. Pedal out your legs a couple times to reset. Then step the left foot forwards. Straighten the leg, flex the foot, and fold, bringing belly to thigh. Let your head and neck relax. Take a few steady breaths here. Good. Then rebend your front knee as you lower the foot. Left arm comes around the back of the left leg. Shift forwards, lift the back leg up into standing splits. Keep the gaze fixed on one spot to help with the balance. Use the strength in the right leg to lift the leg high. Good. Slowly lower the back leg down. Step it back into downward dog. Pedal out your legs. Good. And then bend the knees, come down into tabletop position. Sit back on your heels and then swing the legs round. Then open the legs wide into a straddle stance. You don't have to go really wide. You can go as wide as you feel is comfortable. But flex your feet to engage the legs. Then gently fold forwards. You could rest the elbows on the ground here. Maybe create a cradle for your head. Or if you'd like to go further, start reaching the arms forwards. Let your head and neck relax. With each exhale, let yourself soften a little further. Without forcing anything, just let it happen in time. Okay, lift yourself back up. Bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees open wide. So you're creating a diamond shape between the legs. Then reach to take a hold of outside of feet and fold in between the legs. So nice, gentle fold to finish our practice. Draw your chin into your chest. Let gravity do the work here. Slowly lift yourself back up. Close the legs. Extend and maybe give them a little bit of a pedal out. And you are done. Thank you for joining me for this hips and hamstrings class. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please let me know how it went for you in the comments section below. And if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Namaste.